Hello everyone, so back for another doll video, and I guess I'm back to do a part 2 of my Fashion Corner doll collection. So, I just thought it would be fun to just come back and look at them. It is currently nighttime right now, so I have to use my flash. But I thought I would take this opportunity for you to be able to see them a little bit nicer. So the flash actually does. It allows you to see them a little bit nicer. There we go. I don't know, I can't get enough of their faces. And they all look, since they are generic fashion dolls, like dollar store type, apparently they sold these at Big Lots and I think Kmart and stuff like that. So like discount stores and whatnot back in the day, but they all kind of look different. Like even these two, like for some reason her eyes, these ones I think look the most alike, but her lips are like thicker than that one's. So yeah, this one is the OG one. I call her the OG, like the original one. Even though I don't have my actual original one anymore. Yeah, see, her lips are like thicker. I don't know, I feel like her eyes are painted better. I just love these dolls so much. I just can't get over them. She fell over. But yeah, see, I don't know, like for some reason, this was my second one that I got. Many years later. So my second one I got after that one. And yeah, she just looks so much different. It's like some of them have bigger eyes than the other ones. And we have this one. But yeah, my original, like, actual original doll looked the most like this one. So yeah, I just thought it would be fun to come back and just see them up close and everything. A lot of people seem to like the brunette, and I can't say that I blame them. I love her heavy blush. And then the last one. Let me see. I just love that the knees bend. And all that. See, I think the blue on her dress is making the lighting go a little bit. Here, let me switch her into a different outfit really fast. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. So yeah, it was the blue dress that was causing that to happen. I just love looking at them all. I just love their faces, love the face mold, the facial screening. They just look so lively, bubbly. Especially my OG one right there, like, I guess you would say she was my second OG one. I don't know. Just the one that's been with me the longest. There's just so much character in these dolls. Even though they all kind of have the same face and everything, they do kind of because they are more budget type of fashion dolls, they do have that sort of generic look. But like I always say, these are so mass produced that it's hard to make them look all identical. So like sometimes they come out with slightly lighter eyeshadow, darker lips, darker eyes, lighter eyes, etc., etc. Different hair colors, like even though these are all blonde, their blonde hair all looks different, and especially the one that I rerouted. So, and then the brunette. I am still waiting to get one with the her hair is almost like a sandy color. It's dirty blonde. Sometimes it's a strawberry blonde, I guess, but she has paler skin. And she's from the early 2000s. So yeah, they still produce these in the early 2000s, but they kind of changed the skin tone and the eye color and the makeup a little bit. But they kept the face relatively the same. So I do know that that girl right there, I looked on her box. Let me see. It's kind of hard to get them all together because they keep wanting to slide all over the place. So yeah, you can see right down there, it does say copyright Lucky End Co. Ltd. 2002. So yeah, she was the one in the box. So she is actually from 2002. As is all these ones. So I don't think the one I had as a kid was from this collection because I got her in the year 2000. So yeah. So she probably was not the one in the middle. But yeah, I remember my friend Emily also, when I was growing up, she had one of these. And I used to play with mine with her doll. We also had the Talking Glinda doll. We both had the same one. And we used to play with those together too. So there were several Barbies and other dolls that we had that were the same. She had also given me some of her Barbies. So yeah, I remember she had one with her hairstyle just like that. But her doll's hair was kind of messy, and I can't remember if she had the bent arm body or the standard body. Yeah, I don't really remember. But I know she had a velvet hat that was like stapled into her head. And like Emily had her hair like ponytailed up, and it was covering the hat, so like it was concealed by her hair in the ponytail. But I remember she let me take the ponytail out, and then I discovered that that doll had a hat on. It was a black velvet hat. It was either black or it was just a dark color, but I remember getting really excited when I had discovered that she had had one. And this was years ago. I mean, 2003, 2004, somewhere in there. So yeah, this was when I was still a teenager and everything, and when me and my friends used to play with dolls on the balcony and stuff at our apartment complex. So yeah, I've just always had such a fascination and addiction to these clone dolls because they were always around when I was a kid, and whenever I saw my first fashion corner, I just thought she was so unique looking and so different from any other fashion doll I'd ever seen. She definitely looks like these dolls definitely look. They definitely have their own unique art style. Like the company that made these, even though they tried to pull off the whole Barbie look, they still wound up looking like something completely original. I don't know. I could just, like I said in my last video, I could just go on and on and on about these girls. They're just, and it's super satisfying to just see them all together. Like this. They're just eye candy to me. I just love just looking at these dolls. And these are dolls from my era. Like, I wasn't born in like the 80s or the 70s or anything like that. These kind of resemble those eras a little bit. One thing I've always noticed with like clone dolls is they've always kind of been stuck in the past a little bit. So like with their fashions and whatnot and hairstyles, that's another thing that always fascinated me about them, about clone dolls and such. But I feel like I was a part of those eras because I grew up with, you know, things from that time period when I was little and stuff like that. So I grew up around 70s, 80s music and stuff like that. So I kind of feel like that's also my era. So like 80s, these dolls are from like the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So I consider those my three eras, and I just love the dolls from those time periods. Like late 80s, early 90s, or just all through the 90s and then early 2000s. I was a teenager in the 2000s, so yeah. But yeah, my original doll like this, I'd played with her so much. I took her on the bus with me. I think I might have taken this one with me, like, to school and whatnot. Because I had her around the time when I was still going to school, so. Yeah, I did. I remember taking her on the bus with me and showing my friend Michaela her. And, she had always talked about how many Barbies that she used to have. And stuff like that, and she still liked Barbies. She didn't want to collect them, but she still liked them. And she liked the fact that I would bring them on the bus and show them to her. So this was one of the dolls that I'd brought, and I remember her examining her, and like she was fascinated by the face mold too. So all in all, the Fashion Corner dolls just definitely bring me back to when I was like 10, 11. Through my preteen years and into my teenage years. So yeah. But like I said, I did only have two when I was a kid. I only had two Fashion Corner dolls. The second one, I don't even know if she was called Fashion Corner. I just remember she was at the Dollar General store. And I literally couldn't believe that there was a new one. Like all the dolls that I had found abandoned, along with my original Fashion Corner doll, were like from almost a decade before I had found that one. So I figured that these Fashion Corner dolls were, of course, back then I called them Lucky Dolls. So, but I thought they were from like the 90s or something like that, because a lot of the dolls that I'd found in that abandoned house were from the 90s. So, like there was the ice skating dress that I had put on her, the ice skating Barbie dress that I'd found, and then there was, I know the Kid Core dolls, I know they made those through like the 90s and 2000s. I don't know if they made them in the 80s, but yeah, I had found that Kid Core body in another room in the abandoned house. And that was the body that I put her on. It was the only other body that had legs, even though the feet were chewed off, but she had legs, so I didn't care. And then I'm gonna have to like put her in the ice skating dress one of these days, because the blonde one especially looks phenomenal in the ice skating Barbie dress. I forget what Barbie it was, Skating Star or something. I think she was from like 1999 or maybe the year 2000. I don't know, but she had like a short curled hairstyle, and then there was a Christy version, and I think there was a Teresa version. So Barbie had, and it was all pastel, like super pastel colors. So Barbie had the pink, super soft pink ice skating dress, and I remember there was like fur trimming at the bottom and like right here, and it was like all mesh, like the sleeves were mesh and everything. So yeah, and she just looked amazing. And not only that, when I found the dolls, it was like winter time, so I just thought it was so fitting when I found that ice skating dress and put it on my original one, because it had the like fluff and stuff like that on it to keep her warm in the winter time. So yeah, but it was just a shock to me seeing that they were still making those back then. Even though mine didn't, the one that I had gotten new that had the green eyes and dark pink lips, even though she didn't have bendable knees, her legs were hollow, but I still liked her nonetheless. And yeah, her hair was styled like this one, in a ponytail. So yeah, just thought I'd come back for a part 2. This is kind of a late night chat video, I guess you would say, to just show off these incredible, iconic dolls. At least I see them as iconic because they are from my childhood. I don't know, I've lived around people who had these types of dolls. Like, a lot of my friends, they would have several Barbies, and then they would have boatloads of ones from the dollar store and stuff, off-brand dolls. So I grew up playing with these. I mean, and I know some people don't really understand wanting to collect clone dolls because they're not the real deal, but I just love how unique they can be. I love the face mold, especially on this one. I love it when doll companies like that create off-brand dolls make their own face molds and body molds and stuff. It just makes them more authentic, I guess. It doesn't make them look like they're blatantly ripping off Barbie or something. And it kind of puts them in their own little universe. So while they do look like Barbie, they're in their own universe. They have their own little world that they live in, so. Yeah, anyhow. That is my part 2 of my Fashion Corner collection. And yeah. The last video I'd made, I was a bit rambly, and that video was kind of a mess, but I uploaded it anyway. I was like, whatever. It is what it is. You get what you get when you come to my channel. It's not always perfect. So, anyhow, that's my part 2, I guess, of this Fashion Corner doll collection of clone dolls and discussions of more childhood memories and whatnot. I don't know, I might make more videos with them if anybody is interested in me. If anybody's interested in seeing them again, maybe I'll do like a fashion show with them and dress them in different outfits. I do know my sister really, really liked her in this dress. So, and I really like the brunette. She's definitely got I mean, she's my first brunette. I've never actually, until recently, I'd never even seen one in person. I'd never owned a brunette one, so it's kind of monumental. So yeah, she's got the totally hair Barbie bangs going on, and I'm living for that. I might put her in the, because I do have the brunette totally hair Barbie dress, so I might put her in that and do a little photo shoot. I don't know. Maybe I will do a series, like a fashion show, outfit of the day sort of thing with these dolls, because they look good in so many like 90s fashions and whatnot. These dolls are just super fun. I just can't get enough of them. I literally, like, since I've gotten all my new ones, I've just been, like, carting them around. So I, like, literally have to have them all together. Like, I did go to the store with this doll the other night when I went grocery shopping. I always bring a doll with me. So she went with me. But realistically, I wanted to bring them all with me. I just like to keep them all together. I don't know. I feel like they're best left together. And if I get more of them, yeah, they're definitely all staying. I might have to get my own little, I might have to figure out like a container or a box for them. Because I do want to start actually, like, actively collecting them. Especially since I do want to get one that has the green eyes and dark pink lips again. So yeah. But anyhow, that's my video. Thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.